Well, Shalom, Israel. And how about Hashem? Oh, let's clap it up first. Let's clap it up before we get started. Let's clap it up. Shalom, Israel. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Bakathum to the Akim. Yahweh Shemar Alathum Bahashem Yahushua to the Akwathim. You understand? We are the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. You understand me? And since 1969, we've been bringing out the truth of the Bible. And that truth is that the so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, and the so-called Native man is, in fact, the true Israelite or the true Jew according to this Bible. You understand me? And the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. You understand me? And tonight is the Wednesday night law class. You understand me? And what we're going to get into today is going to be enduring and overcoming oppression. You understand me? Because at the end of the day, we are in oppression as a so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. We are in captivity because we don't control. We don't control life. We don't control the things that really go on. It's a how they say, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but spiritual or whatever. Just in terms, we're ruled by the oppressor. You understand me? The oppressor tells us what we can do, tells us how we can work, tells us the way to rule us. You understand me? When that is not the way that the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man should be ruled. You understand me? We're ruled under a different jurisdiction. You understand me? We're ruled by the Most High. You understand me? We abide by different rules, laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand me? And that what separates us from all other nations. You understand me? And that what gets us out of our oppressor's captivity. Right. And while we're in this captivity, by obeying these laws, statutes, commandments, we can endure the suppression that we're in and eventually overcome it. So we're not dealing with the hardships that come with, you know what I mean, being under a rulership. You understand me? Because our oppressor's ways go against this Bible. You understand me? Our oppressor's ways go against the Most High. Oppressor have you believe that you should follow your heart, you understand me, and do anything you want to do. You understand me? That leaves us lawless. You understand me? That leaves our families in ruins. You understand me? Single parent homes. You understand me? That leaves our strong men turning into homosexuals. You understand me? Under the guidance of America. You understand me? It turns our sisters into living a streetwalker lifestyle. You understand me? And all these things can be endured and overcame. You understand me? If we take ourselves out of this world. You understand me? When I say world, I mean age and society. When I say that, I mean not conforming to what the oppressor tells us that we can do. You understand me? By going by what the Most High wants us to do. You understand me? We're gonna start it out. I'm gonna start it out with Deuteronomy 4 and 5. You understand me? I'm gonna start it off with Deuteronomy 4 and 5. We're gonna get into this Bible. You understand me? And today we're gonna learn how to endure and overcome. You understand me? This oppression we're in. One of the things that you need to know, first off, if you want to endure and overcome this oppression, you need to get into the ISUPK. You understand me? Under Commander General Yohana. Cause we're not affiliated with any other group. You understand me? And them other groups are gonna lead you astray, like the Christian Church has done for so many years. You understand me? You get under this ISUPK with the real priest and prophet. You understand me? And you will get it the way you're supposed to get it. You will obey the Most High the way He expects to be, the way He expects us to conduct ourselves. You understand me? And you're not gonna slight Him. You understand me? You're not gonna get him half price when he wants the whole price from you. You understand me? You got to learn how to not obey your flesh. You understand me? How to fight your demons. You understand me? Because life is war. This life is war. You understand me? But your pastor doesn't tell you that. You understand me? Your imam doesn't tell you that. You understand me? They make you feel like everything is willy nilly. You understand me? Like you had nothing to worry about. And by listening to our enemy, you're gonna make it in life. And that they don't want you to succeed. They want you to fail. Your failure is their come up. You understand me? You staying down is they love it. They laugh at it. You understand me? You got that for me, warrior? All right, let's get him a Tazawat.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
All right, it says, behold, this is the Israelites getting the Most High's word through Moses. You understand me? Now it says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments. You understand me? The statutes would be the law, statutes, commandments, and the judgments would be the consequences. You understand me? The consequences of not obeying these laws, statutes, and these commandments. You understand me? Because it'll go hand in hand. You understand me? You can conduct yourselves the way you're supposed to conduct yourselves. And when you don't do that, you get the judgments. You understand me? That's when we're locked up at a number 1% rate. You understand me? That's when we're getting killed. You understand me? At the highest rate. That's when we're number one in poverty. You understand me? Because we're not obeying these laws, these statutes, these commandments. You understand me? That's one thing. That's the wisdom of the Bible. You understand me? That the Bible still holds strong today. You understand me? You can look around and you can fix a lot of your problems in your family and in your community by just obeying this Bible. You understand me? By getting into this word. You understand me? Breaking it down. You understand me? Like the priests and prophets that the ISUPK would do under Command General Yohana. And you can learn to fix yourself, brother. You can learn how to get out of poverty. You understand me? You can learn how to stop being a junkie. You understand me? You can learn how to fix your family. You understand me? You can learn a whole lot of things by this little Bible that's been building up dust on a lot of people's nightstands. You understand me? You can read.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possesses it.
Now he gave us these laws, statutes, commandments. You understand me? So the land that we go, we can possess it. You understand me? The land we go, we're supposed to overcome. You understand me? The land that we're in. You understand me? We're supposed to be put in any land. You understand me? And these laws, statutes, commandments, this wisdom would allow us to overtake the world. You understand me? Overtake that land, be the smartest in that land. You understand me? But we don't do that. Instead, we listen to our oppressor who teaches us the bad things to do, and we just go with it and do it. And as the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native man, we should realize that the things that the world would have us do or believe we should do haven't worked for centuries. You understand me? It hasn't worked for ages. You understand me? We seen our parents split up, divorced, and we seen how we turned out. You understand me? We grew up with brothers and sisters who was on the wrong path and they paid the price for it. One of the things that we like to say, like what we said, we don't want to get a job, right? Because we ain't gonna have nobody telling us what to do, right? We want to sell these jobs, so ain't nobody gonna tell us what to do. And then we go to jail, right? Where you gonna have someone tell you what to do 24/7. You understand me? They're gonna tell you when to wake up. They're gonna tell you when to go to sleep. You understand me? They're gonna tell you when to eat. You understand me? When that's why the Most High put these laws, statutes, commandments here for, so we can bypass that. You understand me? That's part of enduring and getting over oppression. You understand me? Because the oppressor is the one who put it in everybody's heart and everybody's mind that that's the way out. You understand me? The oppressor told us we can be Scarface, right? We can be Frank Lucas. We can be Nino Brown, and we can make it out the hood. But those are movies. That's not reality. So, in the flip side of it, we just end up suffering. Like, but it is not our fault. It's just we've been conformed to the world that we was put into. You understand me? Like a lot of time, poverty plays a major role in it. You understand me? When you're suffering through poverty, you feel like you got like 1 week to make it happen. So you're starving and you're willing to do anything. You understand me? You're willing to go get that drug and sell them to your community to get a quick couple dollars. You understand me? Our sisters are willing to use what they got. You understand me? To get what they want. If you feel me, if you understand, But at the end of the day, we crush ourselves, we crush our communities, and we crush the people behind us by doing that. You understand me? We're not governed by the same rules as them. They don't have to do those things. That's why we're the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man is only one hit with all the propaganda that we're hit with. You understand me? They show us in videos as the worst people in the world, as the drug dealers, as the killers, as the murderers, as the this, as the that. But at the end of the day, our oppressor is the biggest murderer that ever touched this world. You understand me? Our oppressor built his empire by slavery, rape, murder, and killing everything that doesn't agree with what he has on his agenda. You understand me? And that's why we shouldn't follow in his ways, because following his ways makes us just like him. But we don't get judged the same. We don't get judged the same by the Most High, and we don't get judged the same by society. You understand me? Society's putting you under the jail when you do the same crime as a devil. You understand me? They're gonna get half the time you get, and then once you get out of that time, guess what? You cannot no longer find a job because you have a felony. You can no longer get on your feet because you have a felony. You know what I mean? Now it's time to pay child support for a child that you made with the sister that you could have just stayed with because you listen to your reverend, listen to your preacher, and you feel like you can just leave that woman, put her away whenever you want to. If you got into the Bible, you realize that was never in the plans for us as a people. You understand me? We were supposed to build a nation, but we steady break it down under our precious rulership. You understand me? Read.
Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them.
All right, this is the commandments. Keep therefore and do them. You understand me? Keep these commandments that he left for us for a GPS and do them. Because in so many times in history, the Israelites, the children of Israel have been stuck under captivity because we don't do what we need to do. But he left these records for us to find a way out of it. You understand me? Back in slavery, they found. I mean, back in Egypt, they went through the oppression, but guess what? They found a way to get out of it. You understand me? Slavery went through oppression, and we found a way to get out of it. And this oppression that we're in right now, we get back these laws, statutes, and commandments, we will find a way out of it once again, as we always do. You understand me? Read.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
Now, this is your wisdom and your understanding. You understand me? The thing about wisdom is you don't have to experience nothing or go through it to get it. You understand me? Wisdom is not taught in school. Wisdom is something that people went through. You understand me? Wisdom is something you go through, but you don't have to go through it. You understand me? It's like when you tell your kid, don't stick your finger in that socket, right? You don't have to stick your finger in that socket to realize what happened once you stick your finger in that socket.
Right.
You understand me? It's something told to you before. You understand me? These words was written aforetime for our learning. You understand me? This is like telling somebody, don't go mess with that man's girl. You understand me? Because you know what comes with that. It could be death, could be murder. Somebody telling you don't do that drug. You understand me? You're gonna end up overdosing. You're gonna die. And that's wisdom. This is things that we don't even have to experience on ourselves. We don't have to experience these hardships we experience. But we don't hearken into the Bible. If we did, we wouldn't have to go through it. We can just take the Most High's word for it, not do it, and read.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
And they'll say, this is surely a great, wise, and understanding people, because we already have the knowledge without going through it. So you understand me? Like, we won't be kids as long as we're supposed to be kids. We will have knowledge. We will have real wisdom. Like, understand me? Like, wisdom comes with age. You understand me? But you'll have that same wisdom that a 7-year-old has, when you're 10. You understand me? You'll have that same wisdom as an elder when you're 15 without having to actually go through it because you just listened. You hearkened unto the voice of the Lord. You understand me? And that makes life so much easier, whether you realize it or not. When you have a playbook, you understand me? When you have a roadmap, you understand me? We do the same things all for years and years and years and expect different results. You understand me? It's like the football team that gets blown out every season and they still happy. They still party. You understand me? They ain't mad at it at all. That's how we became as so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native. We're cool with being at the bottom. We just think about when it comes to culture, right? The Asian man has a culture, right? Doesn't he? The Arab man has a culture. The Chinese man has a culture. You understand me? Everyone has a culture. But what's our culture? What's our culture, Mtazawad?
Bible.
Nah, Salakia. Not okay. In the world, let me rephrase it. As a Judite in the world, what would be our culture?
Whatever the oppressor teaches, whatever he shows us.
There's the other nations see us as we just want to party, right? We just want to shuck and jive. We just want to dance. Like we just want to do all the drugs. That's not a culture. And then, and then we're gonna embrace everyone else's culture. We're gonna love it. We're gonna try to do everybody else's culture better than them. You understand me? But you're also right. We have a culture. This is Bible, and that's what we need to realize. That's why we don't have a culture, because we've been overlooking what our culture is. You understand? We've been throwing our culture to the side because we like to tend to our lust. We attend to our flesh. Like, yes, I understand. It's easy to do drugs to try to escape something, but 10 minutes later you're gonna be back in that same reality you try to leave. You know what I mean, the hour later you're gonna be back in that same reality you tried to escape. You know what's harder? It's harder to not give into your flesh. You understand me? Now that's what I'm saying. I'm not judging no one, because you understand me. We're built like that. We came up like that in our oppressive society, but we had to wake up. You understand me? And realize that the oppressor is trying to take us under, and he wants us docile like that. You understand me? You don't seem to care as much as about the police brutality when you're high and drunk all the time. You understand me? You don't care as much about the poverty rate when you're lit all the time. You understand me? You don't care about it as much when you're under the influence of his narcotics. You understand me? When you're incarcerated, when you're all the things that you do to us keep us from really caring they taught us to care about our next come up. You understand me? They taught us to care about their dollar. You understand me? That's all in vain. Like something you can't take with you. You understand me? Out of line.
That's oppression. We've been sold a dream.
Con.
American dream, right?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like
yep.
Frank Lucas, Bumpy Johnson.
Right.
You understand? That's our dream in the hood.
Mm-hmm. That's a dream.
In the Black community, that's the dream. That's the thing we all aspire to be. Oh, Jay-Z.
Right.
We aspire to be the celebrity that is absolutely down with this society, and all the vices of it, all the traps and snares. Like we got to get back to the wisdom of the law of the Lord that told us to not conform to the society in this world, man. But be transformed. You understand? We born in it. We born in captivity. You understand? Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are born we're born into captivity. Who wants to argue that? Anybody crying online? That's silly, and that's a lie, and that's made up. We're born into this captivity, man, and that's why that's why our only recourse, like we suffer from Stockholm syndrome. Where Stockholm syndrome is a condition that comes from being held captive by somebody, and as a survival mechanism, you develop an affinity or a love. You understand? You develop, a heart for your enemy. You understand? For the person that has you captive, man. And that's what we've become in this land. And what the brother's breaking down is how when we get back to the Bible, we get back to these law, statutes, and commandments. We get back to our culture, and not the culture that was forced upon us by, you understand, by the slave master. then there's a difference. You understand? There's something beautiful here. It's something that's way better than the silly nonsense that we find ourselves completely immersed in and going all out for. You understand? Got brothers and sisters gonna be wearing all green in a couple days for what?
Nothing.
Right? St. Patrick's Day. What the hell does St. Patrick's Day got to do with us? Yet and still, there will be. You understand? In the pubs, where they said try and get white boy wasted. Salaki, you got it out.
Ain't no sweat. You're absolutely right. You understand? We're stuck in a rotation of trying to please our oppressor. You understand me? We please our oppressor so much that we don't show that same love to our brother and sister. When at the end of the day, we're all we got. Like we try to separate from each other. Like we don't understand each other the most as the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. That black man knows exactly how your struggle is. He knows exactly what you went through. That makes y'all brothers. That was the Most High said, gather yourself together. You know, old nation not divided. I mean, not Salaki. Old nation not desired. You understand me? And we are the nations that's not desired, but they keep us split mentally. You understand me? We're split physically, and a lot of things is because the oppressor put all these different religions in our face, you understand me, to keep us separated. We don't know if we're Muslims. We don't know if we want to follow Egyptology. We don't know if we want to follow Scientology, right? We want to be study Buddhism. Right. We want to do everything but get back to the Bible because we feel like it's the oppressor's Bible when it's not. The oppressor, he mishandled and misused that Bible, and we're not Christians, you understand me? We're Israelites. It's not a religion, it's a culture, you understand me? But we don't realize that. But soon as we realize that, we'll be able to get back to loving each other and loving the way we're supposed to take care of business to be on top of this nation. You understand me? We're going after that. I'm going to get to John 8:31. You understand me? We're going to get this out the Bible. You understand me? Because we conform to society. You understand me? And society wants to get rid of us. You understand me? Society been trying to get rid of us for ages. You understand me? Right. Society put us in slavery. You understand me? After they let us go from slavery, they hung us, they lynched us, they burnt our churches down, they burnt our grocery stores down, right? They burnt down our libraries, they burnt down our schools. Like at the end of the day, like we have the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man can't even teach our own kids how to conduct themselves in life. You understand me? Because we got to get our oppressor to teach us how to be a black man. You understand? Our oppressor has to teach us how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. And our oppressor is the worst babysitter. Our oppressor tells us you only live once. The oppressor tells us that you are an individual. You're all about yourself. The oppressor tells you that you don't need to help your brother. You don't need to help your sister. It's all about you. You understand me? I don't want.
Again, Stockholm syndrome, man. We suffer from a terrible condition of Stockholm syndrome. Like we wonder why we so conflicted in our interactions with each other. We wonder why we hate each other so much. Mm-hmm. Guess who else hates your brother? You understand? You wonder why you hate your brother. You wonder why it's so easy for you to put a bullet in your brother. For you to throw hands with him. For you to disrespect him and sleep with his woman. You understand? For you to sell him drugs. For you to rob him. Mm-hmm. You know why? Because those are all things that come very natural to your oppressor. Mm-hmm. Right? And again, we adopt his lifestyle. We learn to love what he loves and hate what he hates. Mm-hmm. You know what else that affects? How we treat ourselves. How I myself treat myself. My oppressor hates me, so I hate myself too. I hate the color of my skin. You understand? I hate this nose. You understand? I hate everything about me. I hate the neighborhood I live in. I hate my life. So what do? I try to numb that pain and get high. Mm-hmm. Try to numb that pain, get drunk. Numb that pain with promiscuity. Mm-hmm. Numb that pain with all types of ineffective means. And again, that's Stockholm syndrome, man. You can't escape oppression by allowing yourself to be to succumb to Stockholm syndrome. And that's what the ISUPK is doing. The ISUPK is waking up Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans all across this globe to the reality that you don't have to suffer from Stockholm syndrome. There is a culture that is absolutely, what do you call it, tailor fit for someone who has been exactly what you've been through. You understand the poverty, the terrorism. You understand the abuse, the biological and chemical warfare. You understand all of these, all of these means of aggression. You understand, exacted upon us. Yeah, the Lord has the solution for that. Like you said, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. If you suffer from this oppression, it's time to gather together with those who also suffer from this oppression. And that's what we do in the Israelite School of the Universal Practical Knowledge. We're gathering together, man. You understand? We're gathering together to accept this is oppression. But we also have a solution for it. Like, what do you do about it? We don't go and get high because of this oppression. We don't go and become a whore because of this oppression. We don't go and abuse each other because of this oppression. You understand? We do the exact opposite. We learn to get off of drugs because of this oppression. We learn to not kill each other and not hurt each other because of this oppression. You understand? Because that's what the Lord commands. That's what the Lord requires of his children. And that's what we all about, man. They want to talk about hatred. What's hateful about that? Someone explain to me how that's hatred. Right. Crickets. Go ahead, All
right. And at the end of the day, it ain't hatred. It's history. You understand me? It's history that can be looked up. It's history that can be confirmed that the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man actually went through. You understand me? No other nation went through oppression as we went through it. You understand me? We were the only nation that was brought over to another nation on ships to become slaves. You understand me? And with that, we didn't have our own culture. We didn't have our own way to teach each other. We had to learn from our oppressor. You understand me? You got that for me? Let's get it.
John chapter 8, verse 31. Then said Jesus to those Jews which believed on him, if ye continue in my word, then are ye my disciples indeed.
You continue on my word, you understand me? You continue with what I'm telling you, my laws, that's commandments. You are disciples, you know? And that's what you will find in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Disciples. That's teachers. Teachers in this thing, you understand me? Teachers who will teach you the right way. You can't beat oppression by being like the oppressor. Right. You understand me? You have to stop doing the things that the oppressor had you do. You understand me? That put you in that situation. Like you got to stop doing the drugs that he put in your neighborhood. You understand me? You got to stop drinking all the malt liquor that he put in your hood. He didn't put it in no one else's hood. You understand me? He didn't put them drugs in any Asian community. He didn't put them drugs in any Arab community. You understand me? You're talking about the same oppressor and the other nations who conspired together to keep us down as a nation. You understand me? They allowed the other nations to open up stores in our neighborhood before they allow us to open up a store in our neighborhood. We are the hardest to get. We can't get no bank loans. You understand me? It was this one story. It was a couple. It was a Judite couple. You understand me? They went to get their house appraised, and they told them it was maybe like 90-something thousand. You feel me? But they turned around and had the devil go appraise that same thing for them. You feel me? And that thing came out for $1 million. You understand me? You can't trust the devil who wants to deceive and get over on you any chance he can. You understand me? You can read.
Verse 32. And ye shall know the truth.
And ye shall know the truth. You understand me? And the truth is in the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. That is the truth. You understand? We bring that truth out every Wednesday up here in class. We bring it out every day. You understand me? The truth is brought out it's a class every day where the truth is getting brought out. You understand me? And then it's setting you free when you realize you don't have to do the things that you thought you had to do. You understand?
Right.
Read.
Okay. And the truth shall make you free.
And the truth shall make you free. You understand me? And the definition of free is not under the control or in the power of another. You understand me? Able to act and be done as wishes. You understand me? You don't have to act. You don't have to rob that store because you're poor. You understand me? You don't have to be promiscuous because that's the thing to do in society. You don't have to just talk about killing your brothers and all that stuff because that is promoted with you. You understand me? So-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man, You wasn't the first gangsters. You understand me? The first gangsters was the Italian mafia. You understand me? The first gangsters was the Romans. The first gangsters was Christopher Columbus. You understand me? Those were the gangsters. Those are the ones who took, lied, killed, and stealed and damaged everything they touched. Those were the first gangsters. You understand me? Another one is released from captivity, confinement, or slavery. You understand me? That's a release from confinement and slavery. You understand me? This is so you don't have to suffer through their holidays. That's oppression. Oppression is going through their little holidays, going through Christmas, right? Being broke because you're celebrating traditions that has nothing to do with you. You understand me? You're going through things that have nothing to do with you, but we celebrate them free, willy and nilly because we don't have our culture. You understand me? Our culture is in this Bible. You understand me? So that let me see what we're gonna get after that. To that, let me get Lamentations 4 and 17. Let me get Lamentations 4 and 17. We're gonna get to this Bible and show our people how to get up out of the captivity that was placed on us. You understand me? It's captivity that we had no choice but to grow up into. You understand me?
So like while you waiting on that,
Mm-hmm.
May, you know what I'm saying? And there are people we got people in the comments who are complaining about, you know what I'm saying that basically disagreeing that oppression is even a thing. That I believe the quote from the lady was, it's not oppression. Salaya, the woman said it's not oppression, it's laziness.
Is it really? I mean,
yeah,
okay.
She's a terrible beast.
Okay, and okay, check this out. We're gonna go to the definition of oppression, but at the end of the day, we're not we've been oppressed, but we're here trying to get our people to get unlazy. You understand me? They got us. Okay, now we're not we're blaming oppression, but we're also acknowledging that we've been oppressed, and now it's things we have to do. You understand me? If you know the other team been running a certain play, you understand me? And you be getting scored on every time because they've been running that same play. We're here to tell our people how to stop that play from happening so you stop getting scored on.
Right.
You understand me?
Right.
But I'm gonna go to the definition of oppression. Let's get with it. You got it?
I got it. Oppression, prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment.
Okay, let's stop there. Prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment. Okay, we came here as slaves. We built their country, right? And while doing that, we was whipped. You understand me? We was raped. We had our babies fed to alligators. You understand? Not only that, we had babies ripped out of stomachs. You understand me? Read. Matter of fact, no, after slavery and after that, let's go for after that. We had to fight to show that we should be loved by a nation that we did everything for. At the end of the day, we was never a threat. We was feeding y'all babies. Our women was breastfeeding y'all babies, cooking y'all meals. We wasn't a threat then, right? But as soon as we got out of slavery and we started making something of ourselves, we had the Black Wall Street. We had our own grocery stores. You understand? We had our own businesses. But what did the oppressor do that don't oppress us? Came and burnt it all down. It was during their Great Depression when they had no jobs, but we was coming up. You understand me? They didn't like that.
It was tight.
They was tight. They was tight.
Tight about that. And this woman keeps saying, you know, we blaming everybody instead of taking responsibility for our own generational sins. Like she is failing to realize that what we are doing, that's what we're doing is exactly that. We're taking responsibility
and showing us how to get out of it.
This is how you get out of it.
We're showing our people how to get out of it because the Christian church won't do it. You understand me? The president won't do it. Our mayor won't do it. But the ISUPK and the commanding General Yohana is gonna get it done. You understand me? And I pray you understand, sis. You understand me? It ain't a sis. It's a devil. Oh yeah, it's definitely a devil because that's how the devil is. The devil is incapable of having compassion. They are incapable. They want us to get over it. But do they get over 9/11? Do they get over Pearl Harbor? Do the so-called Jews get over the Holocaust? So why should we get over slavery? That was over 400 years. You got something?
If I may, I believe they're still charging people with the Holocaust.
Yeah, and check this out. They charged the people. They paid them and everything. And they didn't. The Holocaust was not even in America. It didn't happen in America. But guess what we got? A promise of 40 acres and a mule, and didn't get a piece of it. We got set on our way and say, go do your thing. And while you go do your thing, we're going to chase you around and still hang you. We're going to still treat you. You're going to be 3/5 of a human being. We're going to make this constitution that has nothing to do with you. We're going to make laws that enslave and keep you under. But with all that, we still survived. With that, we're still telling people that we it's ways that we can get over it, because we ain't got to do the drugs that y'all put in our neighborhood. You understand me? We ain't got to murder like they I can't think of the word of it. I can't think of the word. Say it. Propaganda. Yeah, propagandize us on the TV. So we murder each other. So we murder our brothers. We murder our sisters. Right. We're not in control of them TV shows. Our oppressor's in control. He chooses to show the Real Housewives of Atlanta. He chooses to show Love and Hip Hop. He doesn't show the videos where or the TV shows where the black man and his family is coming together, where the Hispanic man and his family is living happily. All our shows got to be the gangster shows. You understand me? But when it comes to glorifying the oppressor, they're always the hero. Every movie you see, the oppressor is the hero. You know what I'm saying? They got look. Think about even Africa. They'll send a little devil to Africa with their little 10 cents a day, like these people starving and all that. They love to be the hero. Right. They love to act like they're just the greatest in the world when they are the evilest in the world. You understand me? And that's why the Most High said, prepare slaughter. You understand me? For the sons and your daughters, for the iniquity of their fathers. That's right. You understand me? How about him? Yeah. Did he want to chime in?
La.
Okay. Yeah, but at the end of the day, that's what we go through. You understand me? And go to Lamentations 4:17. Let's get that other one.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
As for us.
That's for the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. Read.
Right. Our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
And that our eyes have failed for our vain help. We expect the oppressor to give a damn about our plight, about what we went through. We expect to actually have a heart and realize the generational effects of what went through their systematic beheading of our community. Right. You understand me? Them putting having the government assistant work that took the sisters from our fathers. They couldn't have a guy in the crib. You understand me? They joined the feminist movement. You understand me? The whole time, our black sisters were never oppressed. That was the devil trying to get away from her. What black man held a position of power to oppress feminists back in the day? They didn't. What they did was take our militant women that was in the Black Panthers and all them parties and got them on their side. Other one.
Salak, as the questions come in, I'm gonna just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now she's asking, as black men, what are y'all doing about those hungry kids in Africa?
Okay. All right. For one, you can't get in class because you're probably a devil, but we're not Africans. You understand me? We're Israelites. And for two, we held a food drive last weekend. You understand me? You can go on the website and you can get the pictures from it. We had a food drive last night. Was our Baltimore last weekend. We was in Baltimore feeding the homeless.
Right.
You understand me? Doing for our brothers and sisters when they can't do for themselves. You understand me? Picking them up.
I'm just gonna add, I'm saying, like we do for the kids in our community, the starving kids in our community. You understand? The broken families in our communities. You understand?
I don't want.
It's so easy to not give a damn about the families that you've destroyed, but you really want to care about, again, you want to care about something that's far from you, because again, you don't want to feel you can't feel, again, that compassion. You understand? Our oppressor doesn't have remorse about what has happened. Mm-hmm. That's why reparations is always a thing that'll be discussed and never ever.
I don't want them.
Followed up on.
I don't want reparations.
You understand? Mm-hmm. They don't feel like they've done anything wrong. Mm-hmm. You understand? They fail to see the damage, the destruction that's left in the wake of their actions when it comes to the Lord's chosen people. When it comes to everybody else, they'll pay reparations.
Oh yeah,
they pay the Germans.
Mm-hmm.
They pay Israel.
Mm-hmm.
They pay the Japanese.
They pay the Asians.
They pay everybody else.
Yeah, we're supposed to get over it.
When it comes to the Lord's chosen people,
Right.
When it comes to the Lord's chosen people, they can't even see.
Right.
They just can't even see any necessity to have any compassion.
Right.
They don't have it. They don't possess it, and they never can, man.
Right. I'm gonna get back in this Bible, but I got a question for her. Ask her, what has she done so she's sorry for the iniquities of her fathers to the black men instead of troll righteous brothers on their TikTok?
Right.
Right. Read. Let's get back to it.
Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help.
Our vain help. Help is nothing. It ain't worth nothing. You understand me? We think that's going to help us. That's not going to help us. Getting the ISUPK and the command of the Yohana, but these righteous brothers is going to help the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. Can you see the devils of the world don't care nothing about your plight? You understand me? What we doing here, and here we care about you. Read.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation.
Who?
A nation.
The oppressor.
A nation.
The Arab man.
A nation.
The Chinese man.
A nation.
That
could not save us.
That could not save us. They're not gonna save us. That's what I'm trying to get to y'all, brothers and sisters. Like, we need to stop seeking their righteousness, get back to the law, statutes, commandments. You understand me? And come together, nation not desire. You understand me? And help each other and separate from what they got going on over there, because they don't care, but we don't care either. And as soon as we stop seeking their love, we will make it way further. You understand me? A lot of things we do because we seek the things the oppressors do. We seek in vain help. Like what we do, we vote for presidents. We voted for Biden. What Biden say? If you don't vote for me, you're not black. You understand what Biden do? He got in the office and made an anti-Asian hate bill because something happened to 2 or 3 of them. When we've been oppressed for a long time here. And do we have one? Can you think of one bill we got? We had to fight for the civil rights bill, and they didn't even go through on that. That was 1964. You understand me?
And we don't even benefit off
we search for vain help. They can't help us. You understand me? They thought they had a black president, Barack Obama, which is not black, but we thought he was going to save our life. You understand me? It was even more drugs in the street. You understand me? He wanted to help out the LGBT community before he helped us out. You understand me? What was Kamala Harris? You understand me? Kamala Harris had the right to say that America is not racist. America is the racist country in the world, and history will prove it. And don't believe me, do your research and look at history. You understand me? They're the most racist place in this planet. You understand me? Read.
Verse 18. They hunt our steps.
They hunt our steps. You understand me? Devils will find us on TikTok Live and troll.
Right.
You understand me? They hunt our steps. They'll see it. They'll see us destroy. They're gonna follow behind us. You understand me? They hunt our steps. They see us. They run up. The cops run down on us who's supposed to protect and serve us on the streets, and they gun us down because they was nervous. You understand me? They gonna do you dirty because you pulled a candy bar out your backpack. You understand me? You're a little kid and they're a grown man. They hunt our steps. You understand me? They hunt our steps. Who else hunts our steps? On one of their steps getting hunted. When last time you heard of the so-called white man, the so-called Hispanic, so-called Arab man, the Chinese man getting gunned down in the streets?
Never.
When last time you heard that? When last time you heard of the Asian neighborhood getting filled with drugs and out of control? When last time a white neighborhood filled with drugs and out of control?
Never.
You understand me? That's how it is. Read.
That we cannot go in our streets.
We can't even go on our streets, man. We can't, because the very people who's supposed to protect and serve us is our enemy. At the end of the day, how could they protect and serve us? And it was made in the 16 or 1700s to capture slaves. The police department was sent here to catch runaway slaves. You understand me? And that's all they have been doing since then. You understand me? It's easy to commit crimes when you're in poverty. You understand me? They're failing to realize when they was in poverty too. They was in the Great Depression. They was in poverty, and guess what? Even before that, Western times, when they was in poverty, guess what they did? They robbed trains. You had to bully the kids. You know what I mean? You had all those people who rode on horses and gangs, killing people down in the streets.
Yeah.
They're known murderers. You understand me? This is the thing. If we do murder each other, we don't have any guidance, but we murder each other. When last time we went and shot up a white school?
Never.
When the last time we shot up a grocery store?
Never.
You understand me? That's not what we do. You understand me? We've never been the murderers of the earth, and the Bible will prove that once we get back to it. You understand me? And realize who the real enemy is. Because I say enemy, I use it lightly because we don't hate the oppressor. We don't hate them. Right. We're just acknowledging the fact that a lot of things that we went through is because of them. Right. You understand? We don't. We're not evil towards another nation. We will help anybody, but we love our people more. So we help them first. You understand me?
We don't hate them for
the after that, go to Deuteronomy 17 and 15. You understand? Get more of this Bible. You understand me? And wake our brothers and sisters up out there. You understand me? 17 and 15. No, go to Jeremiah 10 and 2, Salakia, because we run out of time. Get to this Bible, you understand me? The Bible that's for the so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native man. And the most that use it, you commit mail fraud. You understand me?
Right. Salakia Cat is on the TikTok live.
How about Shem? How about that? Did you want to chime in?
He's on the TikTok live.
Oh, Salakia. Let me get to it. All right, let's get it.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, man. You understand me? When we learn the way of the heathen, we get out the way of the Most High, and we start hating on our brothers, and we start hating on our sisters, and we start being like the oppressor that being them. We end up being them. And when you become the oppressor, you love what they love and you hate what they hate. You understand me? So we end up hating each other. You understand me? We should be loving each other. We should be getting back to this Bible together when we ain't got to become individuals. You understand me? When we can become one nation the way we're supposed to be and get up out of captivity. Because we're not going to get out of captivity by being individuals. You understand me? We're not going to be come about this captivity by following behind our oppressor, searching for their love. You understand me? Because as you can see, they're not allowed. They're not able to get it. You understand? Right. They're not able to show love. You understand me? They are for themselves and care about themselves. You understand me? Let me get Romans 12 and Ezekiel. Give me Ezekiel 18:31. Ezekiel 18:31. See how we can get out this captivity. You understand me? How we can endure and get about this captivity, man.
Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 31. Cast away from you all your transgressions.
Now cast away from you all your transgressions. You understand me? Read.
Whereby ye have transgressed,
and
make you a new heart.
All right. He's saying, like, stop doing the things we should do, because we're not a black man, Hispanic man, Native man. That ain't gonna help us. Joining gangs, you understand me? Putting drugs all in your hood, you understand me? Murdering each other, you understand me? Hating on each other, not being brothers to your brothers, you understand me? Putting your wives away, you understand me? Doing all the things that keep us destructed ain't gonna help us. Read.
And make you a new heart and a new spirit. For why will ye die?
Like, but for why would you die? You understand me? Why would you throw your life away, going to jail, trying to please our oppressor, because what they promote to us is we have to be the richest in the world to make it. You understand me? They show us only thing they let you do is sing and dance for them, right? Entertain them, dunk a basketball. You know what I mean? Throw the football. You understand me? Get injured, throwing your body on the line for what? For their entertainment.
Right.
Let's start our own. You understand me? Read.
House of Israel. Verse 32. For I have no pleasure in the death of him that dieth.
Like the Most High doesn't have no pleasure in the death. You understand me? When we get it, when we die from that overdose, the Most High don't have pleasure in that. You understand me? He don't have pleasure in you trying to rob your brother and you end up getting clapped in return. You understand me? He has no pleasure in you doing what you got to do and you go out sell all the drugs in the world, think you Frank Lucas, and you get 30 years. He ain't got no pleasure in your death. You understand me? That's not pleasure for him. He rather read.
Say the Lord God, wherefore turn yourselves.
Wherefore you turn yourselves. You know what I mean? Turn yourself. Like turn around from the things that the oppressor taught you should be doing in life. Turn around, get back to these laws, statutes, commandments. Turn around, get in class. You understand me? The ISUPK and the Commander Junior Hana. You understand me? ISUPK.com. Join a school near you. You understand me? Turn yourself around. You understand me? We don't have to be number one in the murder rate. You understand me? We don't got to be number one in poverty. You understand? We ain't got to be number one in failing grades in school. We ain't got to be number one in highest blood pressure. We ain't got to be. And then, like, why do I even need to name all these things off? You should know that we need to get back to the law, statutes, commandments. Because the oppressor, which has been our babysitter, is their ways obviously ain't for us. They haven't been working. You know, we done tried it. We done seen our parents try it. We done seen our grandparents try it. It don't work. But what will work is getting back to these law, statutes, commandments. You understand me? Getting in class, right? Getting in all black, getting around some righteous brothers who's going to tell you what you need to know and not what you need to hear. You understand me? Brothers who we ain't going to tell you by the grace of God you can change. No, we're going to help you work. Come in here, seek counsel. Get counsel. Have a man that's greater than you give you information on how to move on. Because we don't know everything like we think we do. You understand me? The oppressor, how you believe that all you need to do is think you. The church even tell you, I got my personal relationship with God. No, don't have a personal relationship with God. Right. Have a group relationship with God. We all on the same page. You understand me? You do it. That's what we wrestle against. We wrestle against our mind. We wrestle against things our mind told us it's okay to do it. You understand me? When that's in opposition with the Most High, because our mind is gonna always tell us to do something that ain't right. You understand me? Like how many times you convince yourself that it's too wild if I do this, and then you end up getting in trouble. You understand me? Our mind is like I got to the point where I start listening to my mind. That motherfucker so slocky. I ain't follow my mind no more. You understand me? I'm gonna follow these brothers that's greater than me in ISUPK and seek their counsel. You understand me? Seek their knowledge. You understand me? And do what they tell me to do. Because it's so much easier when you listen to what somebody tell you to do. Then guess what? You don't have to listen to yourself. You don't have to listen to your own mind. You understand me? You can get stronger. You can build your family. You can build your nation. You understand me? Get up in class, yo. What time is it? All right. All right. And with that, I'm gonna pass the class off to Officer Batazawad.
Batazawad.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK under Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander Journey Yohana. Started out of 1 West 125th Street in Harlem, New York. Woo for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are to here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. Numbers 18-21 and Malachi chapter 3, verse 18 through 10 means Ma'ishara means 10th in Hebrew, 10% of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher priest fund. The free will offering for the priest is not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like, upcoming holy convocations.
Passover.
We had the Passover on April the 1st, 2023 in Raleigh, New York. I said Raleigh, North Carolina. We got some more now. So
That's it.
Kind.
But no, also the Slag, if I may, the utilize the shuttle services at the
Okay.
Passover for security reasons. It's a lot of congestion, and you know, what I'm saying, the traffic down there. So make sure you utilizing that security service. That's the order. I mean, the shuttle service. That's from the Shamar department.
And if any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, black shirt, black pants, headband, and or scarf. We're gonna give one courteous salute to the teacher, Men of Israel, Amadium, which means stand, Amadi Shabbat, Amadium, Barak, Habashim Shabbat, Shar, turn towards the sisters. Sister of Amadium, Salakia. We're going to give one courteous salute to the sisters, Men of Israel, Amadium, Amadi Shabbat, Amadium, Barak, Hashamar, Al-Tam, Bashir, Ashab, Yajin Matah, class dismissed. Hey, yo, some of these are Salakia.